Today I'm going to talk about the book A Long Walk to Water. In this book, there are two stories. One is about a poor girl named Nia in southern Sudan in 2008. What she does every day is to get water even if it's dirty water. The other story is Sarva's story, which takes place in southern Sudan in 1985. In Sarva's story, the Sudanese civil war breaks out. He lost his family and was led to Ethiopia by the villagers. And on his way to Ethiopia, Salva met his uncle. His uncle was a soldier, so he had a gun. On their way to Ethiopia, the group crossed the Nile River. They also had to cross the desert. While crossing the desert, they encountered soldiers who stole from them. They took Salva's uncle's gun and shot him. Salva was so sad because the only family that was around was killed in front of his eyes. After many struggles, they finally arrived at Itang refugee camp, and that's where 6 years went by. Salva became 17 years old, but there was another problem there. The soldiers decided to kick out the refugees from the camp. The soldiers drove them away with guns and many of them died. Salva was lucky to survive and went to Kenya with the remaining refugees. Salva settled down at the refugee camp in Kenya and started learning English. When Salva was 22 years old, he had the opportunity to go to the United States. Healthy boys without families were chosen to go. And Salva got chosen. So Salva met his new family in the United States. They were very nice people. But Salva couldn't forget his real family. Then Salva heard that his real father was alive, but he had to get surgery. He wanted to run to him right away, but he didn't know how. He didn't have the money to buy a plane ticket. But fortunately, his adoptive parent paid for him. Salva went directly to his father's country and found him. They met after 19 years. After Salva came back to the U.S., he wanted to go back to Sudan and help more people. He started by giving a speech at a university cafeteria for Sudanese people who were going through a lot of hardship. And as his speech grows loudly, his story ends. And in Nia's story, a lot of new people visit her town. They decide to dig a hole for the villagers who had to work hard to get water to drink. They said that if they keep digging, water would come out. At first, the villagers didn't believe it. Even the workers were not motivated to dig. However, the leaders of the group kept convincing the people and the workers and continued to dig, and the water came out from the ground at the end. The villagers were surprised and happy. And Nia found out that the name of the project leader was Salva. After I read this book, I was touched because Salva's story was based on a real story. I was also sad because Salva lost his uncle, friend, and brothers in the war. I hope Salva continues to be happy.